Welcome to Kenpo University. My name's Al Babinick, and I'm your instructor. Complementary angle is following or riding a body line or angle to a target, whether it's yours or the opponent's. So what a complementary angle means is you could think of parallel lines. So two lines running equal to each other. They're not going perpendicular. So for example, this would be an angle of incidence where it's a perpendicular angle. Parallel lines would be more of a complementary angle, okay, instead of an angle of incidence. So anything where they're going parallel is going to be a complementary line or angle, and you're following whether it's your body line or your opponent's body line to the target. And I'm going to give you an example of both. So if I was doing attacking mace out of yellow, the guy's throwing a right straight punch at me. So his line is this line right here, okay? So if I'm standing here, I'm going to do it on a little bit of an angle so you can see. So I'm standing here, and whether your hands are up, I like doing the technique with my hands up, but whether they're up or down, it doesn't make a difference. They're throwing a straight punch at you. So when you step back, you block using an angle of incidence because you want that 90-degree angle, okay? So when we block, we're using an angle of incidence, plus it gives us the margin for error on our block. Now, his punch was straight in towards me like this, so when I turn this into a check on his elbow and I throw my punch, I am following his body line, his punch, his body line right here. So I step back, I block, I follow his body line to my target, okay? So that's an example of using his punch or his body line to get to a target. Another way you can think of it is contouring. If you contour somebody's body, so if somebody was throwing a punch at me and I parried it and I grabbed the punch and I slide my arm all the way down his arm, so if I'm just following his body line all the way to his temple. Now, just to let you know, I keep using horizontals, but it's whatever angle you want, okay? So follow the universal pattern, use whatever angle you want to follow. It doesn't have to be horizontal, that's just what I happen to use a couple of times in a row, all right? So that's following his body line, so to a target. Now let's follow our body line to a target. Okay, now I'm going to jump all the way up to brown. And I'm going to follow my body line into a target. Now I'm going to use raining lance because I think I just jumped up to this level because I think it's easiest to see. So the guy's doing an overhead knife. The knife is coming down at me. I'm going to do a little bit sideways so it's easier for you to see it. As the knife's coming down, I'm going to stick my hand out for two reasons. The first reason that I put this hand out is so that he can't turn his knife and stab me in the torso, all right? The second reason I'm doing it is because it gives me, I don't have to think about my target. It gives me my complementary angle right into what I want to hit. So the knife's coming down at me, I'm going to do my parry and get my hand up here. If my hand is in his thigh, I just follow my body line, and when I do this, the knife goes right into the thigh. So I'm following my body line into the thigh so that this is my complementary angle. Following a body line, whether it's yours, in this case that's what we're doing, or our attacker's to a target. Okay, I changed it around a little bit there, but you get the idea. So that's using a strike using a complementary angle. And there's those parallel lines. I want his strike, because it's coming around in a circle, I want to go on right around into him. All right? That's your complementary angles. Thank you for watching this video production from Kenpo University.